Here's something else I was working on too. Remember, if you've been watching my videos, you'll have seen I put all this stuff on my videos too. How to rearrange all this stuff. You should have seen it before I started. And I used some concrete material in between all the joints, and I let it go one winter. And I looked after the winter, and son of a gun, there were hairline cracks in quite a few different areas in between the grout line and the natural stone tiles. And so I went to the store and I got some caulking. I think I ended up using Snow White. See, this was a caulking color I used before. See how dark it was? It said concrete color, and this other stuff is concrete, but look at the difference. So I used some white. It was called Snow White. Can you see it? It's a little bit lighter color than the actual concrete lines. But when you stand back and look at it, it kind of brightens up the stones. Granted, I didn't have to do every single crack line, and I ran out, and I got to get some more at the store. But I was thinking about using a different color. Well, I think I'm going to keep using Snow White for the rest of it. Like, see here, this is where I ended. See the hairline crack like that. And then I go everywhere. See, here's another one. This is where I ran out of caulking. See, I stopped the last bit of caulking right in there. See, can you see it's a little bit lighter color? Well, next time, I'm going to end up doing the rest of these anywhere where I see a hairline crack. See the hairline crack? See? It's just between the grout and the stone. If I don't get that, and usually when it goes, it'll travel all the way across. So I line it, it goes across there, and it comes up here, kaboom. You see? And if I don't get it now, see this one here? And it will generally go all the way across. Wherever you see a crack, it usually comes across. Here's another one. Okay? If I don't get those cracks now, we live up in where it gets freezing temperatures during the winter, and we get a little bit of snow now and again, and the idea is if it rains, the water gets down in here, and then if it freezes overnight, the rain water can expand and make that crack bigger. Or if snow gets on here, which it will, it'll be about who knows, 8 or 9 inches of snow on here in the winter over different times of the year, of the winter, and it stays on there, the water gets down in there, it gets cold, and then that expands, and that joint's going to crack more. It's also going to do damage to the gravel that I have underneath there. What do I have? I always forget the name of it. It's not pea gravel, granite. You know, the pulverized granite. If that gets water down in there in the crack, then it undermines that, and then pretty soon this is going to settle, and then there's going to be a bigger gap for later. And so, yes, this is probably going to take some time to continue to be a maintenance type issue. See this crack? I filled that from before last winter, and now cracked out again. Chances are it's going to crack again after I do it again, but this is like a preventative maintenance that each summer, each fall, I'm going to have to come out here and put some more caulking if I want this to look good, because if I just leave that crack, it's going to get worse this next winter. I'm trying to get this and get it bonded and cured before the winter, before the rains, before the snows. See, here it is again, right there. Boom, 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 boom. See, I didn't do this section. I ran out, like I said, I ran out of the caulking. I did from here all the way around this whole big area, stopped right here, and then went on down here, and ran out. I ran out right up in there. So and that was one tube of caulking. So I'm pretty sure one more tube of caulking will work here. And so next time I'm at the store, I'm gonna have to get one of those tubes. And it's kind of like a caulking that you get in the tile department, and they have different colors. and it's a sanded grout. It's got sanded caulking in there. See, there's a few more areas. There's not too many up here, but here's one. See, you can see it. See how it goes across there? Here's another one right there. Here's another one. Look at that one. Okay. So right in here, there's a little bit. But then the next one isn't as well. Here's one there. But see, not all the tiles have it. See, all these look pretty good. These here are looking fine. Okay. So that's another project I'm going to do. So before I paint the fascia boards in the front, of course I've got to finish caulking this first too, don't I? Because the caulking, I think it's either 50 degrees or 55 degrees. You shouldn't do it anything less than that, because it might not cure properly, it might not dry properly, it might not bond properly or anything like that. So see, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. But so once I get these stairs done, then I'll come back and do the caulking, the little bit of caulking that I have left before I paint out in the front on those eaves. Okay? Do your projects in sequence, especially if winter's a-coming. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.